Hello, everyone again. This is Antonio. And in this video, we want to talk about EVs in 2020. We're going to discuss different EVs. Some you may know, some you may not know. We might go into articles on some of them we may just talk about what's going on with the market. So, for those that don't know me or don't know anything about this channel, on this channel we speak about stock, cryptocurrency, personal and business credit. So we ask that you subscribe to the channel. We come at you with about 5 to 6 videos minimum a week. So we definitely want to have an active channel. So the first video that we want to, the car company that we want to discuss would be some updates. Basically, in this video, we are discussing updates when it comes down to, for example, Polestar, right? The Polestar 2, it has started making deliveries in Australia. Also, a good thing is the Polestar 2 will be coming to the Ford Fleet, Atlanta, where Cenntro and BMW, the EV event that will be taking place in Atlanta, which will be March 31st. And the Polestar 2 will be on display. So this car will be on display. And at that event, different people will be able to drive different cars. So right now, the Polestar, if you are looking for the ticker symbol, is GGPI. Right now, it opened today at $10.84. The high was $10.95. The 52-week low is $9.70. The 52-week high is $16.41. Currently, after hours, it is $10.92. But they're saying that it's actually $10.88 right now. But one of the reasons why it's in the green is because, and I'm not going to read all of this. I don't want to make this a hour, but but it's going to be impactful. The first 6 Polestar 2 electric vehicles were delivered to Australian customers on Thursday, making a new chapter in the development of a strong market for electric sedans in the local market. The Polestar 2 is described as a fastback rather than a sedan by the performance brand created by Volvo and Geely, and is priced at $59,000 plus add-ons and on-road costs, and already has a 220 in stock in Australia or on the way, with many more on the wait list. So this is wonderful news. And when they say Volvo, they're saying Volvo China. That's the way it's listed on some publications. The first delivery is claimed by Sydney-based David Gillespie, the chief information officer at energy giant Elementor Energy, who quickly took to social media to celebrate the milestone. Picked up the new car, first customer in Australia to pick up. Gillespie posted on Facebook, great handover and explanation of the functions. Samantha Johnson, MD of Australia, was there. 40,000 drive home was great, although one pedal drive took a bit of getting used to. So whatever that means. And for me personally, this is a terrific looking car. This is definitely an affordable stock. And if you have gotten in on this stock pretty early, you can see that with a 1.09 billion market cap, this is not a bad stock to get into. So, like I said again, we are definitely discussing different aspects of stock. So the next one we're going to discuss today will be some aspects of Faraday. Come on, give it to me. Faraday Future is the next one. And right now, Faraday Future opened today at $4.37. The high was $4.85. The 52-week low is $3.71. The 52-week high, $17.48. And right now, Faraday Future is at $4.74. So it feels like the market is starting to bounce back some. And that's always a good thing when your market start to bounce back. So, like I said again, Faraday Future is definitely handling this business. And let's get into some current events. And that's what we're going to talk about some current events when we are dealing with Faraday Future and other EV stocks. I'm not going to read all of this, but we're going to get into some of this because people want to know. Faraday Future receives NASDAQ acceptance of plan to regain listings compliance. And that's a good thing, right? Because at the end of the day, Faraday Future has fell out of good graces with NASDAQ because of being sued by the SEC. And that lawsuit is still ongoing, but Faraday Future is now right in their wrong. So we're going to read some aspects of this so you can get a better understanding of what's going on. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric, a California-based global shared intelligent electric mobility ecosystem company. Well, whoever put that together, they was really smart, right? Today announced that the NASDAQ Stock Market LLC has accepted the company's plan to regain compliance with NASDAQ listing rule 5250C1, which permits the continued listing of Faraday Future common stock and warrants on the NASDAQ global stock market. NASDAQ has granted the company an extension until May 6, 2022 to file its quarterly report on Form 10Q for the quarter ended September 30th, 2021. The quarter 3 Form 10Q, the extension also covers the company's annual report on Form 10K for the year ended December 31st, 2021. So what people don't know, stocks are sometimes weighed on how companies go about and with their quarterly reports. Faraday Future, out of fear, did not release their quarterly report for the quarter 3, and I don't think they released one for quarter 4. So they have until May 6 to release those quarterly reports. And if they don't, then I think they will be delisted. So this is just something that that I have become privy to. And it's just saying that if they don't act in compliance, then, Humpty Dumpty will make a great fall. As previously discussed, the company received a letter from the Listing Qualifications Department of NASDAQ on November 17th and 2021 stating the company was not in compliance with NASDAQ listing rule 5250C1 because it had not timely filed its quarter 3 Form 10Q with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. The delay filing the quarter 3 Form 10Q was due to the special committee on February 1st, 2022. The company announced that the completion of the special committee investigation. Since then, the company has been continuing to implement the remedial actions approved by special committee and undertaking additional investigative and remedial work based on the results of the special committee investigations under the direction of the executive chairperson and reporting to the audit committee of the Faraday Future board directors in each case as described on the company's current report on Form 8K filed with the SEC on February 1st. So I definitely just wanted to discuss that Faraday Future has to get more into compliance because right now they are not. So let me go over here and let's get that on the books because Faraday Future is not handling this business like it's supposed to do. So let's go ahead and place that there. Now, next, let's get into the next stock. And one thing I like about Lucid is doing something. They are definitely embracing. So let's come over here, LCID. If you didn't know the ticker, it's LCID. And they are doing something that a lot of other companies probably would do soon. They are actually have their own YouTube page. So today, Lucid opened at $23.32. The high today was $24.93. And if you see every company that I'm displaying, they have a couple of things in perspective. All of these companies so far is in the green. So it's like, yeah, we are in war, but it's like, the market is now starting to recover. And I think that's going to be a great thing. So let's get into some aspects of what's going on. And Lucid is back to a 40.75 billion market cap for people that's interested. For a person like me that's also invested, I hope Lucid get back to this $57.75 high. All right, so this is not so great news. Um, just like Rivian, well, Lucid did something that Rivian dropped the ball on. Rivian tried to increase the prices on people who have existing um reservations. And I see Lucid is not falling into that trap. So what they're actually doing is they're going to increase prices on people who do not have reservations, and people who do, and this is a quick read, and people who already have reservations, they're definitely going to it's going to be in perspective, and they're going to keep the prices the same. But this is from today, a quick read. It is from Reuters.com. Electric car maker Lucid is looking into raising prices for future models amid huge inflationary pressures, but it is committed to honoring prices for existing reservation holders. Is chief executive on Thursday. There's an inevitability that we will have to look at the price points at models that are coming out in the future, say CEO Peter Rollison said in an interview with Reuters on the sidelines of the South by Southwest Music, Technology, and Film Festival. I think it would be absolutely foolish of me to say we are never going to raise our prices, Rollison added, citing high nickel prices. His comments came as rival electric vehicle makers, including Tesla, Rivian, BYD, have raised prices on higher raw material costs. Lucid in late February cut its production forecast for its year to a range of 12 to 14,000, down from its original target of 20,000 vehicles, citing extraordinary supply chain and logistic challenges. Its shares slid following the announcement. And trust me, my portfolio felt that slide. Rollison on Thursday said the bottlenecks were caused by suppliers for windshield glass, carpeting, and some exterior trim parts. It's about a handful of suppliers that are gating our volume, Rollison said. I'm super frustrated because we are not gated by silicone chips. We're not gated by our ability to make our electric motors. So I like that. So Lucid is telling us that it's outside elements that's slowing things down, and it's not from the chips, it's not from different aspects, but it's the windshield glass, it's the carpeting, and its exterior parts that's slowing down Lucid. So I'm just saying, this is some things that I'm gonna post this here. Some people may be privy to want to know this information. This is why Lucid had to cut production, and my portfolio sees that slight. All right, switching to different suppliers for those parts will comprise quality, Peter Rollison said. Rollison, who previously was vice president of vehicle engineering at Tesla, said he was not concerned about short-term market reactions to Lucid's production cuts. Customer satisfaction and recognition of the quality trumps short-term myopic attention to how many cars we have delivered to customers in a quarter, Allison said, adding that he was not working on a 10-year plan. That he was working on a 10-year plan. I'm sorry, I misread that. All right, so let's go to the next company. And we're just discussing different aspects of different companies and where they're at. So right here, we definitely want to discuss some aspects of what's going on with Rivian, because right now Rivian is if my I hope this computer don't crash on me. Oh, brother, this ain't good. Rivian has they're definitely going through some turbulence right now. And what's going on with this turbulence is Georgia, the GOP in Georgia is now saying, come on, don't do me like this, is now saying that they are cautious because of what's going on um, with the pollution and things that may happen for bringing Rivian to Georgia now. After it's been signed into law, a lot of people are now saying that this is probably not something that they want to do. All right, so okay, so I don't know what's going on here. It's going a little slow on me, but I'm gonna keep going nevertheless. Come on, here we go. So let's get into this. A quick read as well. Let's get out some of these windows. Maybe we got too many windows open. So what's going on with Rivian is like this. A lot of people are protesting. I'm out here in Georgia right now. A lot of people are protesting about bringing Rivian to the Metro Atlanta area. They just don't want Rivian here in Georgia. I don't know why some people feel that this is not a good thing. Just like my computer is crashing, and that's not a good thing when you're in the middle of a live. But nevertheless, I'm going to keep going because the show must go on. Even if I don't have the article pulled up, I can paraphrase it enough until the article manifests itself. So they're saying that it's a no-go. They don't want to hear, but the General Assembly has already cut Rivian in on the deal. I don't see how they will be able to come from this juncture and tell them to kick rocks. I just don't see how that's going to be able to happen. But that's definitely what's going on. And this is how this reads. The Georgia Republicans think the Rivian plant would destroy the local ecosystem. Now, honestly, and I thank you for everybody that's stuck around when I had these little hiccups really quick. The Georgia Republicans think that the new Rivian electric truck factory would destroy local ecosystems and harm the community. It may seem strange that Republicans would suddenly care about the environment, a topic they've dismissed before, but in actuality, they don't. They just pretended for the sake of politics. And I think so too, because a lot of people are dead set about bringing Rivian to Georgia. They just don't want to hear. They say it's going to destroy their community. And they have this notion, oh no, we won't go. You know, they out protesting. The New York Times shared the wild story, and it's a doozy. Rivian invested $5 billion into the state and is slated to bring around 7,500 new jobs while accelerating the transition away from fossil fuels. I thought Republicans would love jobs. All right, so we're gonna paste this here because at the end of the day, these people are out their French toast mind. If you think that the governor here in Georgia is going to cancel this deal when they already broke ground and they already are building Governor Kemp, and they already are building on the platforms. The author noted that the EV factory could grow to be as large as 5 times the size of the Pentagon while producing 400,000 emission-free trucks annually. Initially, Governor Kemp supported the EV factory. However, that has now changed due to politics. The EV factory has become a political weapon, and it seems the governor doesn't want the weapon aimed at his position. Many of the opponents of the factory think that it will contaminate the groundwater and destroy the local ecosystems. Others don't like the idea that Rivian is getting its initiatives. Fellow Republican Senator David Perdue, well, let's say former Senator David Perdue, because he's not a senator any longer, is challenging Governor Kemp in the Republican primary and has been holding rallies where he made claims Rivian is a bad fit for the economy. He also accused Governor Kemp of selling out special interests. And this is what he said. We can grow the economy without selling out. giving out tax dollars to the people like George Soros. We can invest in rural Georgia without kicking our communities to the curb. Now, honestly, I want to read that how I think Senator Perdue would have said it. So that's why I read it like that in that voice. That's what voice kicked in my head. The initiative package that the state of Georgia is offering Rivian includes an allocation of $125 million in Governor Kemp's budget. The funds will help with land and associated training costs. In addition, both state and local municipalities are planning to give Rivian tax breaks in the coming years. Senator Perdue made the reference to Soros, a left-wing billionaire with a hedge fund that owns $2 billion in the Rivian stock. Brett Brantley, deputy chief of staff to Governor Kemp, told the New York Times, people get concerned at any time their community is impacted. We are not dismissing it or taking it lightly. There is a real impact that the people are going to feel. They certainly deserve to have their questions answered. So we're going to leave it there. I'm just showing you how some people are dead set against having Rivian in their back corner. And that's why this is not a good thing for how the people feel about it. So now we're going to talk about Canoo and some aspects of what's going on with Canoo. All right, so if people don't know, Canoo is a startup, right? So let's come over here. And like I said, for everybody that stuck around while we were dealing with these headaches, well, I clicked on the wrong one. That's not the right one. You know, when you have so many windows open, sometimes the computer say close something, and that's what I had to do. So right here, let's talk about Canoo. For people that don't know, okay, so let's see. We think we got a comment. Mr. Footman, what do you think about Cenntro long-term options? In this video, Mr. Footman, I will be covering Cenntro. So far, this is a totally EV video, and I will be covering Cenntro, but I just love to cover Cenntro in the end. So far, I covered Rivian. These are just current events for all EVs, because some people have invested in all EVs. We have discussed Cenntro, Polestar, Rivian, Lucid. We're about to cover Canoo, and then next we're gonna cover some aspects of Cenntro. How you doing, Steve Rock? How you doing today? All right. So Steve Rock X, have you been watching MULN? No, I haven't, but I will do a follow. I'll do some research on it, and I will follow up with that company itself, MULM. But let's talk about Canoo next. Right now, Canoo opened at $5.71. The high was $5.93. And all of the EVs that we have looked at so far are in the green. And I'm loving that. The EV sector is starting to make some type of recovery. It's not back to where these companies were, but they are starting to make some kind of comeback, and that's a good thing. Now, so far, Rivian Canoo is at $5.87, but after hours, they're at $5.83. So as you can see, they had quite a few volumes taking place today. When you look at the volume set and you look, you know, Canoo is doing really good. But although Canoo is will be built in Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, to be exact. I think that's the same place where Walmart is at. This is an article about Oklahoma having some dealings with Canoo itself. And if anybody don't know about Canoo, that's the vehicle. If you have never heard of Canoo, that is the vehicle here. And we'll look at some of their fleet if you're not familiar, because Canoo is probably not one of the more popular ones. But Oklahoma officials waive competitive bidding to give EV startup Canoo a potentially lucrative statewide contract. So let's see what's going on. On the promise of new jobs, Oklahoma officials waived competitive bidding requirements to award electric vehicle startup Canoo a statewide contract to buy up to 1,000 electric vehicles over 5 years. Carly Atchison, a spokesperson for Governor Kevin Stitt, said that the contract of vehicles can be considered a kind of job creation initiative, part of the governor's strategy to make Oklahoma more attractive to businesses. Oklahoma is competing against neighboring states like Arkansas and Texas for jobs, she said. We are doing it all with the intent and the vision. We want high-paying quality jobs to come to this state, Atchison said, and we are making sure that we are doing it in a way that's fiscally responsible. And this is the deal that's in place. Oklahoma would pay Canoo 35 to 50 million if the full value of the contract is realized over the life of the 5-year deal. It is unclear how many vehicles the state will ultimately buy. The state has agreed to pay Canoo 35,000 to 50,000 for each for up to 1,000 for the company's boxy electric vehicles to rectangular steering wheels, according to the contract. Canoo's vehicles are still in development, but those prices are in line. So these are the price points, just to let y'all know. For people that didn't know, these are the price points of that Canoo vehicle. It's from 35 to 50,000. So let's be in perspective. All right. So before I post that, MULM is another EV play. They are not likely getting 450 from governor to ramp up production. Check out the Dragonfly model. It is beautiful, all made in the USA too. All right, so we'll discuss that after Rivian. I will we'll discuss the aspects of the Canoo, of MLUN. We'll look it up if you're going to stick around, Steve Rock, we'll look it up. Absolutely. All right, so I just want y'all to get a glimpse of what's going on here. All right, so we're not going to read all of this, but this is definitely something that's going to go on. Canoo is here to stay. And as promised, let's go to their website, Canoo website, and then we're going to discuss Cenntro. And like I said, if you haven't had a chance to look at the Canoo vehicles, let's look at that really quick, so you can get an understanding. And they say a lawful wheels launching late 2022, starting at 34,750,000. So those are the price points that Oklahoma is going to pay Canoo top dollar for their vehicle. And right here, these are their vehicles here. For people that don't know, this is the van. The vans are like nothing that you would ever seen. It sits 7 glass roof, street view window, upgrade 17 speaker audio system, ambient lighting, air purifying wellness package. And that's the vehicle right here. I think it looks terrific. I definitely would drive that vehicle myself. All right, so that's the steering wheel is definitely different. That's the box shaped steering wheel that was being discussed. So this is different aspects. The seat belt's different. This is a futuristic car to me. Everything about this car is definitely different. And at $1,000 price point, I would drive that car myself. All right, so this looks great. Even taken out of the panoramic windows and everything, it still looks great. So I think that these look great. On one charge, it goes 250 miles, seats 5, 19 in wheel diameter. So I think that is definitely, and there are other vehicles. If y'all want to look at another one, this is the pickup truck, just so you can take a look at it. This is the one that was actually on that article. And they're just definitely great looking vehicles. that I think that people will grow to love. And this launches in 2023. I don't understand why everything is blurred out. Maybe they blurred it out on purpose because everything else is clear. All right, so let's go to MULN. What was it? MLN. And it's the Mullen Automotive. So let's go there. Right now, let's pull them up. Mullen Automotive. Let's pull them up. And this is off a request for Steve Rock. He want me to showcase this EV play. All right, so we are, and lastly, I will discuss Cenntro. So right now, this is the new car, the Mullen Automotive. Honestly, this is the first time hearing about this car out of the request. We will discuss it. So I'm quite sure if people stick around, this will be the first time that you have heard about it. And I'm covering all EVs, and I have never heard of this. So this is just show me that it's always something new. That's why I come and showcase vehicles all the time or videos all the time on purpose, because this is a beautiful vehicle. So before we do that, right now, Mullen Automotive right now is at $2.11. The high is $2.67. The 52-week low is 52 cents. The 52-week high is $15.90. The market cap is only 85.26 million. And like others are discussing, it's definitely good. So this is the vehicle. Let's showcase it one more time. This is the vehicle, a great looking vehicle. They're based in Southern California, automotive company that owns and partners with several synergistic businesses working toward the unified goal of creating clean and scalable energy solutions and electric vehicles. We are now a publicly traded company as of November 5th, 2021. So once again, give a huge shout out for Steve Rock for giving us an update on this company itself. So let's read about this. This is from Webull. Okay, look at the Dragonfly. So hold up. So maybe I didn't look at all of the vehicles. All right, so look at the Dragonfly I was asked to do. This is the Dragonfly. Oh, wow. That's sweet. That is sweet. It's a scroll. It's telling me to scroll. Right now, the Dragonfly, it gets 236 miles, electrically limited to 125 miles per hour max. It goes to 0 to 60 in 4.6. The dashboard is awesome. And think about it. You will be investing in the company that may be a long-term thing, right? But okay, so we got some comments before I get. So I'll stick around. I was told to look at the Dragonfly. They claim that they have the best battery, Mullen, but not proven yet. And this from Woods Auto Sales. For a brand new company, you definitely right. But I am stoked, and I will cover this again individually, just to let you know, Steve Rock. I'm gonna do an individual video on this, just so because I was asked to do it on the fly. But I think that this is terrific, and I'll start covering this. As a matter of fact, I'm about some stock in this. This is not financial advice, but I'm definitely going to buy some stock in this company without a shadow of doubt. It doesn't matter even if you buy 50 shares in this company and just hold it, right? 50 shares is roughly a little over $100. I'm not financial advice. It's just how people diversify their portfolio, and they just sit it there, right? You don't have to break the bank and try to be the biggest honcho on the block. You can have 50 shares here, 100 shares there. And then before you know it, these stock over years mature. Think about the person who bought 100 shares in Tesla and just left it there And then over time, Tesla went to $500 a share. It took them 10 years, true indeed. But if you had 100 shares of Tesla at $500, you just put your money in the stock versus that savings account that's not going to bring you any money, not financial advice. And then you put it in the stock, and yes, you went through a lot of bumps and bruises, like Cenntro, bumps and bruises. But then guess what happened? Cenntro recovering, and we're going to discuss that last. Mullen stock is surging higher over 30% this morning. The electric vehicle company has quickly picked popularity among retail traders this year. On stock tweets, message volume containing the Mullen stock ticker has increased significantly since the start of March. And like I said again, I have not heard of this company, but I'm definitely stoked. I'm probably not going to read all of this because I want to get into its own individual vehicle, but this will be covered individually tomorrow morning, just to let you know, Steve Rock. All right. So lastly, because we're already at 36, almost 40 minutes, let's discuss Cenntro. And to me, Cenntro is starting to do its thing. It's starting to hold its value. And for a long time, Cenntro felt like it just had no value, just to be totally honest. And in that aspect, Cenntro opened a day at $1.40. The high was $1.55. Our market cap is close to 400 million. When was the last time that Cenntro has a market cap close to 400 million? We are starting to hold our value, and that's what we need. Just like what we just looked at from the other companies, from Mullen to Rivian to Lucid, all of the EVs I looked at today are in the green. That means that this sector is starting to do what it's supposed to do, and that's to make people money. Some people say they don't get in the stock market to make money. Well, not financial advice. I'm not investing my hard-earned money not to make money. I want to make money when I invest in the stocks that I invest in. So, like I said again, I really feel that it's time for these companies to start holding a value. Now, I do know that Cenntro has a number of things that's taking place. Let's see. So let's go here and let's see if anything new with Cenntro. We already know in Düsseldorf, Germany, that they already are delivering. This Cenntro they're already rolling off assembly lines, and it's going to be hitting to people who got reservations. What we are waiting on, and we got to wait to April, unfortunately, we have to wait on and see how many reservations we have. We still don't know what's going on with the 2,000 cars that has been reserved, and all of those type things it still makes it iffy for a car company that we hold so dear to our heart. But the good thing about some people, they diversify. So, like right here, saying we continue the trend, apes are stronger together. So people are really, really happy with our channel partners. In addition to, we have in Düsseldorf, Germany, we have trucks rolling off the LS200, and we're going to be making delivery soon in the EU. Also, quarter two, we are in the quarter two. We're going to get our financial reports, and we will receive the Jacksport will be up and running, creating the LS400. So a lot of great things going on. I wanted to give a huge update when it comes down to the EV space. I thank you again, Steve Rock, for dropping that some nuggets in the chat speaking about Mullen. I think Mullen will be something that I will cover from time to time. I cover stocks that I invest in, and I will invest in Mullen once I do some more research, of course. All right, Steve Rock said before we end it, they have their own battery tech, if I'm correctly. Okay, so Steve, I would do some I'm going to do some research on that, and I will get that up. I'm thinking that with stock twits, I think that Mullen is going to climb really, really high. So if they climb really, really high, I need to get in them now. I really wish I would have got them at 52 cents, right? If that's what I really wish. So Mullen has been trading 500 to 600 millions of shares a day. So I'm definitely got to get into Mullen. So stick around, Steve. I don't know if you're gonna catch that live, but I will go live soon speaking about Mullen Automotive. I speak about stock that I definitely invest in. This has been fun. I love speaking about different stocks, different aspects of what's going on. Most likely getting 450 billion. $1 million from the government. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to research that. And what I do like about them, they are based in the United States. So to be honest, Cenntro is really even though we do a lot of sales in the EU, we do a lot of sales in Japan. We do some sales in China. Believe it or not, Cenntro is an American company. So it doesn't matter if it's an American company. I just want you to make me some international money. That's all I care about. So I'm going to end this video. I thank you again, Steve Rock, and everybody, Woods Auto Sales, Mr. Footman, everybody who stuck around, left comments. This really makes the live interesting and fun. So this has been great. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please comment, like, and share this video. And we'll be seeing you next time. The next video, I'll be covering Mullen Automotive once I do a little more research. I want to do that, have it a standalone video as well. So we will see you next time, and thank you for watching.